Yeah, my name is Isabel, and I work at Seven.One Media, one of the leading media companies in Germany. And I'm leading the digital product innovation team there. And today I want to talk about how to design immersive voice apps for kids, meaning how to develop voice apps that kids really want to play with every single day and spend like hours with it. And two core aspects I would like to shed light onto are the play and the character design. So with ProSiebenSat.1, we gathered some experience in the voice technology space when we launched like a really full-fledged voice-first product with Maxis Zeitreisen. So Maxi is a little girl that has built her own time travel machine in her backyard and really loves to travel around with that. And the kids have the opportunity to join her as a co-pilot and help her in her adventures. And so we took a really broad approach at that product and really saw it as a standalone digital product. And made some very interesting learnings on what it takes to build such an immersive kids app. So let's take a look at the vivid play design we took when we launched the application around 1.5 years ago. So what you see here is the basic structure that we took for the application. And we introduced two different activity levels within that voice application. On the one side, the time travel stories, and on the other side, the games. And those two categories are really distinct from each other when it comes to the interaction intensity and also the storytelling mode. The time travel stories are rather long stories with interactions like every 2 or 3 minutes, and the games are really like more leaning forward and really more interactive than the time travel stories. And the intention of launching that product with that two kind of activity levels was that we had a hypothesis that we could reach a pretty broad user base with that kind of diversified product approach, because it might be suitable to different situations throughout the days of the kids, and might be appropriate for different consumer types. So we implemented that, and we really saw that we reached 3 distinct consumer types with this product. So we could make a check mark behind the hypothesis that application with the 2 different activity levels works pretty well. But what we found out is that the hybrid users that are using both time travels and games pretty heavily are for us the most valuable customer group, because they have used the product 3 to 4 times more often, and also the usage times was 3 to 4 times higher than the time travel or the game heavy users. So we were thinking about of how we could make more users to those hybrid users, because they would be more valuable to our product. And the idea was that we could try out to make this happen by implementing an overall gamification system that would connect all those the 2 different activity modes, the time travels and the games. And so we started to enrich the time travels with interactive questions at the end of each time travels, and we also added specific level structure to the games to make it more adaptive to different skill levels of the kids. And furthermore, we added a crystal system, so kids would earn energy crystals they could use in their time travels when they answered the quiz question right, and when they advanced in the different levels, or just once they open the skill once every day. And once the kids earn some energy crystals, they would get promoted to co-pilots of Maxi. And the more advanced you will get as a co-pilot, you will get access to the secret logbook stories that Maxi tells you. So there's another third content category that we added here as a reward for the especially active kids here. Yes. And the secret logbook is built in a way that like each further chapter is unlocked once you will get advanced in a co-pilot rank. And each chapter is very has an open ending that serves as a cliffhanger to get the kids more excited, that they want to know how the story actually continues. So that was our idea of building the gamification system. And once we implemented it, we were really thrilled by the positive effect that had on the immersiveness of the voice application. It showed that the engagement of the customers increased by over 30%, and that also the retention increased by 2 percentage points. So that was a really, really great effect for us towards building an immersive voice app. And another aspect I would shortly like to shed light on is the unique characters. So we were thinking about, in a story-based skill, you will need a certain set of characters. Which kind of characters should be most active when talking to the kids, and which ones are more in the background? Because if you have too many characters talking to the kid, they might be it might be kind of confusing for a kid. And all these characters have a different activity level. You see here from active to passive. Active means that they will directly talk to the kid, and passive means they're more in the background. And from distant to friendly, it means like how close the characters are actually to the main character or to the consumers. And so Maxi is our main character that would be located in the upper right corner. So she's like the personal hero and is closest to all the consumers, and plays the main role in the communication with the kids. But on the other side, we wanted to maintain some flexibility and wanted to use the Alexa voice at some point. And from our point of view, it made total sense to integrate the Alexa voice into the story. So she became the board computer in our story, and that fitted pretty well to the overall time travel story. But Alexa doesn't play like an important role as Maxi does. And then we have some other characters here, like Maxi's friends and Maxi's mom and dad. They are not actively talking to the kids, but are still pretty close and kind of the friendly crowd around Maxi. And then we also created like an antagonist that's Maxi's neighbor, who's like creating a joint community feeling of all the other characters that they are against him. Yeah, so I think the right balance of characters is very important, and also not introducing too many characters. Overall, I would like you to take away 3 different things to think about in creating voice apps for kids. First, you could think about integrating different activity levels, because they might be suitable to a broader user base also throughout the day. The second point is that an overall gamification system might significantly drive the engagement of your voice app, and that a right balance of characters is really essential to be thought of right at the start. Yeah, thank you for listening. I'm very excited to get into further discussions with you in the breakout session.